Okay, the game stopped letting me record from the spot where just before the mini game with the motorcycle and the escape from Shinra building happened. So the short of that is that mini game for the motorcycle is a bunch of bullshit. The motorcycles are not the only monster beast thing to worry about on the road. There's also that absolutely titanic machine that was a boss fight in the original Final Fantasy VII. However, in this case, it's a motorcycle boss minigame, which is very frustrating. So, after you get past that part with the motorcycles and the helicopter shooting missiles at you and people driving around and attacking you, you end up at the very end of at the very end part where originally the party is like looking over this unfinished highway area out past Midgar, and you're about to head your way over to Calm, I think it's called. Well, the entirety of the Shinra building has been taken over by the Spectres, which are now called Whispers. It turns out that those Whisper Spectre type things are trying to protect people who are deemed necessary by destiny, capital D destiny, and they usually stop progress for the more than slightly stronger willed people. However, Aerith, being who she is, an ancient and able to talk to the planet and whatnot, was able to help them all change their destiny by leaving Midgar. Sephiroth, on the other hand, has absolutely obliterated the idea of destiny and has decided against not just his own destiny, but the destiny of the planet, and is trying to blow it up for obvious reasons. Now, I will say I'm a little agitated at the writing, but the way that they handled it, the execution, pretty good so far. I don't like things saying, oh, because plot. To me, that's a little frustrating as far as like writing something. Anyway, the idea of the planet trying to defend itself and other people's destiny is kind of a weird, heavy-handed god thing. And in so doing, they pissed the Final Fantasy VII group actually pissed off the enough Destiny spirits to where the Destiny manager tried to come down with their, fistful of manifest destiny and obliterate them all by trying to defy it, as you do. In so doing, I end up fighting these three guys about 100 times, only ever really defeating them like straight up. Well, it says twice, but it feels like more, because there were a bunch of little bitty times where it looked like you won, but you didn't win because plot reasons, I guess. So those three you'd end up fighting them all at once, or the one time where they formed this monster that I forgot to scan, which was a pretty intense fight. But the crux of it is that as you change your destiny, you have to, fight destiny, literally in this case, and you lose the idea of the allegory within about an hour. Within an hour into the fight, you lose the allegory. However, the fight itself is about 2.5 hours long, because not only do you fight those three guys and this dude like 4 times, you fight this son of a bitch like straight up. It was just so frustrating because he was just so much. It was just so many hit points. That's it. It wasn't like after I was able to get the rest of the party together because like reasons. I did the Cloud's Limit Break on him no less than like 4 times. It sucked. It was a hell of a fight. So, and then there's this guy who's just massive. This was the guy who controlled the other 3 and eventually the Bahamut. Honestly, truly titanic. So, the story is fantastic. Thank you so much, Jennifer, for getting it for me. I'm really excited about the next step. About the next, game. That'll maybe come out 2022, 2021. I mean, somewhere in there. Anyway, but thank y'all so much. I love you, and this is the last one for this I'm going to record. The rest of it's just going to be me running around after I cool off of this game for a minute. I'm going to play Re-Reckoning, I think. But I liked Chadley. He was a really cool guy. The music is always like straight up every time that they played the new music. Absolutely A+. Yeah. And all the little side missions for and against Shinra and against like the mini bosses around. It was amazing. Anyway, I love y'all. Thank you so much.